capable of beating anybody in the country, and everybody knows that as well.
A nip and tuck match from the outset, but Davis was the aggressor most of the time. He scored the points when he needed them.
Now, 126. Iowa State's man at this weight, probably in the tournaments, will be Joe Gibbons. But he has trouble with illness and in his dropping weight. He didn't want to go down too fast tonight. And so in replacing him is junior Matt Oddo against Mark Trizzino of Iowa, who's lost only twice this year in 25 matches.
Well, he's a good one, without question. He and Gibbons have gone at it a couple of close ones previously.
Mark Trizzino from Joliet, Illinois. He has an extraordinarily talented wrestler brother, too, Scott, who graduated last year.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Hear the counting?
8,
the referee's counting out loud to
9,
himself.
10,
About moves. He must have checked for stalling. Inactivity.
Nothing, he went in it. How about that?
Nope.
Oh, that's right. That was a good call. The sporting parts of Trizzino in this case went out of bounds likewise, which in this case was the knee. He made a nice move off it, though. Dropped low on Oddo and made a nice move at the edge, Matt's edge, but out in the middle, that would have scored two, undoubtedly.
Trizzino and Oddo. You see Oddo keeping his hips back and low because Trizzino does like to throw from up there in that tie-up position. And Mark is a dangerous wrestler, as you Hawk fans well know.
There's a body throw attempt by Trizzino.
Well, there you see that Iowa bench. A lot of activity here.
Oddo made a shot but telegraphed his move way off his base. He was reaching on it, easily countered by Trizzino.
A minute and a half gone, a minute and a half left in the first period. We have no score.
Underarm, overarm hooks, upper body moves.
A warning against Oddo. Trizzino did duck in there to tie up, block him with a bear hug if he could, and Oddo ducked out. 14,507 is the official attendance here at Hilton Coliseum tonight, the biggest crowd in wrestling dual meet history in the United States.
Not a lot of activity out there right now.
A minute left.
Referee cautions 4 points.
Oddo got a single.
Supporting parts out, both wrestlers supporting parts out. Got to be an out-of-bounds situation back in the middle, 10-foot circle. That's where the activity should take place.
47, 46, 45 seconds left, no score. Trizzino won a Junior World silver medal this last year in freestyle competition. He's always been a good freestyler. Out of bounds again before he could make that move count.
He keeps the pressure, very intense wrestler, Trizzino is, and he keeps the pressure on his opponent, and consequently, he's almost caught Oddo on the edge of the mat twice.
That looked inevitable because Matt's been shooting from far out. This time, Trizzino's coming around behind, and he's almost got the takedown.
Almost, but not yet. He posts that head out front. He's trying to come around behind, but Otto's blocking off. There's
there
the
it
two.
is.
Snap down counter, he spun around behind, he blocked off that head at the front side and caught Oddo off his base. Made a nice move off of it. 2 points takedown for Trizzino.
And we're right at the end of the first period. Trizzino would like to drive with that armbar tie-up. See some of the 14,500 here, and there is Matt Oddo.
You want a timeout? Yeah. We have time, Green.
As you can see, Matt Oddo was a redshirt. He transferred from Auburn. He was redshirted at Auburn last year after the school dropped wrestling. And the years before that, his freshman and sophomore years of eligibility, he finished second as a freshman, third as a sophomore in the Southeastern Conference. He's from Ohio. There's Mark Trizzino of Joliet. He was redshirted 2 years ago. Last year, won 16 out of 23 matches, and he was a two-time state champion at Joliet. In fact, unbeaten his senior year. Chuck Yagla.
Former national champion for the Hawks.
A lot of great memories for Hawk fans from Chuck as well. And He's here. Well, I'll tell you, you could go a who's who of wrestling around this arena. As a matter of fact, that tells you how good he was at Iowa. And he's a assistant coach. Second period, Oddo now will get the top position.
All right, situation is now, you know your score, 2-0 with riding time. Tap.
Oddo wants the top position, and he takes it. But Trizzino is on his feet immediately.
He popped up there real quick and got the 1-point escape and in the span of about 6 seconds.
Trizzino on the right in the Iowa black. Oddo on the left in the Cyclone red.
Inside.
For the fans that don't recognize it, the underarm hooks, overarm hooks, upper body maneuvers, a lot of that is a spin-off from the international freestyle wrestling, and a lot of these boys are familiar with that style and like to move off that upper body
Center.
type maneuvering.
Hustle in, let's go.
Body throws, accompanying with trips of one kind or another. A lot of combinations.
That's Oddo. 7-4 this year. He's been just behind Gibbons at 126 pounds.
2, 3, 4.
Again, referees counting.
6, 7.
Remember, the next time that Oddo is called for inactivity, it's a point.
Center, hustle in.
Get your arms free, Mark.
A minute left in second period. Crowd is unusually quiet here just until that moment.
Notice Otto's got that arm of Trizzino's trapped, and that makes it tough for Trizzino coming around. But now Trizzino's got the head arm tie up, and that's a tough tie-up position. He can go either way on it, depending upon how he can set his move up. He'd like to keep that arm trapped, maybe reach around behind, grab an ankle or a leg, maybe give a body shuck or a head shuck and spin around behind for 2. But notice that Oddo wisely circles on his knees. Consequently,
that's a point.
Intentionally going off the mat.
Darrell Henry said it was an attempt to avoid wrestling, and it's now 4-0. And Trizzino has Oddo flattened out here.
Took him off his base. Buzzed around behind again for 2.
6-0.
Wrestle underneath, son.
The waning seconds of the second period here. Mark Trizzino against Matt Oddo. There's the end of the period.
Last period.
That's a Hawk fan.
All right, go to your colors. Go to your colors.
And that's Mrs. Gable.
Doc. Well,
You bet. There's Harold Nichols talking with the referee. Let's listen.
He could have came up and circled back
He's choking him.
inside.
How's he going to come up?
Well, in my estimation, he was stalling.
A little conversation there. Disagreement.
Well, that was the penalty point, which was assessed against Oddo for stalling out there near the mat's edge.
Trizzino has 33 seconds of riding time. Oddo has 5. Trizzino has a 6-point lead. And the top position.
Green, you're set. Red. Knock, caution down.
Caution on the bottom wrestler. Keep in mind now, a caution is nothing more than an early start.
Relax now.
Start prior to the official start.
Top.
Second time it happens, it's a penalty point.
It's against Oddo. I don't think Iowa State expected a win here against Trizzino, but they don't want any big superior decisions or falls.
Stand-up escape by Oddo. He merely stood up, split the hands, turned in for the 1, faced off. Trizzino didn't really make a great effort to thwart that move either once they got up.
I think he wants points. He wants to take him on his feet if he can. He pile up the score. Every little extra point here makes a difference.
6-1, Trizzino out in front and no riding time.
Mark Trizzino, 126-pounder of Iowa.
There's a single shot, but he's telegraphing his move. He's really not taking his base with him. Not real good position. A lot of activity there, but near the mat's edge, not of much value.
A minute 14 left to go. Mark Trizzino back to action again, leading 6-1, and an awfully long shot by Oddo. Again, we have that front headlock position. Spin around by Trizzino, no points yet.
Well, he's catching Otto's head down now. He's trapping that ankle.
Dangerous, potentially dangerous here. The
Well,
referee's telling him, let go of the ankle.
That's right. He's watching to whip that ankle to the outside, which would go against not the ankle, but the knee.
Yes. And so the position had to go away. 45 seconds left. It's still Trizzino by 5. And he doesn't have riding time enough to make a point either.
No. The best thing that the Cyclones maybe could wish for right now is that maybe Oddo could get a 5-point move.
There's Jeff Kerber getting ready to face Jim Gibbons at 134. He'll be up next. Matt Oddo of Iowa State filling in at 126 against Mark Trizzino. The opening match was won by Barry Davis, 3-1 over Darkus, in a good match. Trizzino would like more points. Hasn't been able to get them. There's a single leg by Highcroft.
Out of bounds. Sporting parts of both wrestlers are out.
10 seconds to go here, 6-1. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mark try to throw something here to get some extra points.
Well, he himself will want to be fairly cautious here. He's got the match pretty well wrapped up. He wouldn't want himself to place himself in a position where he'll lose 5 points and have a tie match out of it.
There it is, no riding time. The winner is 6-1, Mark Trizzino. And so the Hawks go up by 6. They win the first 2 matches at Ames, Hilton Coliseum. And here comes Iowa State's